Hello everybody, my name is Selyp and welcome back to Sang-Froid. We are now on chapter 15 and this one gets pretty crazy. So let's get in here and watch a quick cutscene and then we'll get right to it. We're also going to be defending the Hermit's house, which we just acquired in the last mission, which will start to spread us a little bit thin. So let's get to it.
There are limits to my patience. Since you asked me, the church hasn't been repaired, and Mass hasn't been said for close to 2 weeks now. However, I still haven't seen Josephine yet, and I'm still waiting for that missive from Rome you promised me.
If I've failed until now, it's not for a lack of trying. Close to half the village goes werewolf every night to help us get rid of the two brothers, and that number is growing. Time is on our side.
Maybe time is on your side, but it's not on mine. The Archbishop of Quebec City will soon launch an investigation on what's happening here if my church isn't repaired soon. And then I'll be damned.
You would be right to worry, my little priest, if I didn't have a plan. Let's lure one of the two brothers to the village and rid ourselves of him. Then while the other one is fighting the werewolves, you'll be free to seduce Josephine.
Seduce her? You mean make her submit to me without having to use force?
I have in my possession Josephine's blood, and with that blood, I will soon be able to prepare a love potion that will make you irresistible to her.
Father, I must speak with you. Last night was ghastly, and I still have many sins to confess. Oh, Doctor, excuse me for interrupting.
But you're not interrupting us at all, my dear friend. You've come just at the right time. The father and I were just talking about the need to, calm down the O'Carroll brothers for good, in order to improve the climate of the village, and I believe that you could provide us with considerable assistance in that area.
Cripes! Is it just me? Or were there even more werewolves attacking my mill last night?
Indeed. It's as if something was attracting them. Miller, are you sure there's nothing you're hiding from us?
No. I have no idea what it could be.
Crapaud, the toad, lies as he breathes. What has been his misfortune will be our salvation, or our undoing. The second key is hidden in the mill.
All this makes me think of the legend of Antoine Saint Crapaud, the cursed lumberjack. Josie, you take care of worming some information out of him, while I beat back the beasts.
Okay, so before we start checking out all the traps, let's check out this new trap that we got, which is the Sacred Tree.
The Sacred Tree. To charge the Sacred Tree, you must perform a magical tribal dance. This icon shows how many charges are remaining. The Sacred Tree will automatically attack nearby enemies until its charges run out. The Sacred Tree is particularly effective against mythical creatures.
Okay, so as we saw in the cutscene, the second key is in the mill, and you could tell they're pretty much going all out to get it. So we've got 3 werewolves going towards the mill down here, 2 more coming up from this side, a Wendigo, 2 grand werewolves heading this way, 4 will-o-wisps, another grand werewolf, and then you've got these 2 mycans up here heading for the Hermit's place. And those are more just to distract us, basically. So, we have quite a few enemies to deal with. Before we set our traps, let's go ahead and go to the village, and we're gonna buy quite a few things here. Hopefully you guys have been saving up money like I have, because you're probably gonna need it. So we have 1 health potion. I'm gonna go ahead and buy another one just to be safe. There is a lot of fighting in here. I am going to probably won't need that. I'm gonna also buy a damage potion. Let's go ahead and return. And we're also going to go to the blacksmith and go ahead and upgrade that axe now. And then we are also going to get it blessed as well, which is going to cost us almost $7. So as you can see, we just used up a good amount of our money, but that's okay. I actually forgot that we can sell our old axe now, so we can get rid of that and get a little bit of money. Okay, so let's go ahead and set our traps. First off, we're going to go ahead and place a spike trap here, which will deal with those guys quite effectively. And next up, we are going to place a bait right at this intersection for the grand werewolves. And that's just to make sure that they all get on there. And then we're going to place a spike trap there also. So that won't kill them, but it will soften them up a bit for us. We are going to place a bait in front of this Wendigo to kind of slow him down, because we're going to have to do some fighting. These werewolves we are going to just take out with our axe, as well as these will-o-wisps. And we are also going to build a sacred tree here, because that's where most of the action is going to happen. And a ballista here for when the Wendigo does get over there. And actually two last things. We're going to place a watchtower here, going over to the hermit's place. And then we are going to place a firewall here, so that the Mycan will be forced to reroute this way. And then I'm going to go ahead and, just to be safe, I'm going to place another one here. So that way they have to take the long way around, and that will give us more than enough time to get there. So let's go ahead and... Oh, before we chop those trees, I want to get my new skill of tree chopping, lumberjacking 3. While we're here, we can equip this. We can put these in here. They aren't really going to do anything for us yet, but I can show you guys. We can tint the screen purple if we so desire. So let's go ahead and chop these down, and let's get started. Okay, we are in, and we are basically just going to run straight over to the mill and hang out for a minute or so while the werewolves get closer. As I was saying, we can do this with those glasses now. It doesn't really do anything, but it has a nice little effect. Let's go ahead and get here. We've got our watchtower, everything's in place. We can admire our trap setup for a minute, which isn't all that ingenious, but still. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take out these werewolves as quickly as possible, and hopefully we won't take much damage. Oh, that wasn't too great. Got our rage, so that should help us out. And we're taking a couple hits, but that's okay. They are dead, and those grand werewolves are now softened up a bit. As soon as these guys get over to the bridge, we're going to go ahead and pray to this sacred tree. And then we're going to have to take these guys out pretty quickly. So they're all basically on that bridge. Might as well start praying, because it takes quite a while. And luckily we softened them up a little bit, so this shouldn't be too bad. And we miss with our rage. Hate when that happens. But it's okay. Take out those wisps. The tree took out that guy for us. Very good. Let's take him out. Okay, good. And we need to take out these wisps quickly before the Wendigo gets here, which is going to happen pretty soon. This could be bad. Okay, so we're going to have to do a little bit of dodging here. Quickly, let's drink our health potion. Lure him this way. Hopefully he doesn't freeze us. And... oh, this guy's annoying. Okay, we need to kill these guys first. It's not quite going as planned. Just drink our other health potion real quick. Get unfrozen. Knock these guys out. Okay, come on. Die, you stupid will-o-wisp. Okay, there. Now we are going to lure him this way. And we're just barely in range of that freeze. Kind of hard to get past him here. There we go. Let's use this and shoot him. Which will take him out quite nicely. Oh, come on. Try to not get frozen as much as I am. Okay, there we go. Now we can head up here. And in this mission, things often go wrong, so just kind of roll with it and you should be fine. As I said before, we have more than enough time up here to take these guys out, and they are spread out enough that we might be able to take them out one by one. So let's go ahead and wait for him up here. Then we'll chug our damage potion and get to it. Let's go. Get him before he casts any spells. Dodge around. Damage potion is awesome. Fortunately, those guys can heal themselves a bit, but we should be fine. And there we go. So that one can get a little bit crazy, but like I said, if you just kind of roll with it and hang in there and have a couple health potions, you should be fine. We will get quite a bit of money to make up for all the money that we spent. And we will also level up again. And if you don't take damage, you will get that achievement there, which is a nice bonus. And real quick, there is a cutscene.
Okay, I have a confession to make. I'm the grandson of the famous Antoine Saint-Crapeau, the lumberjack who made a deal with the devil in order to bewitch his saw so it would work in his place. Thanks to his magic blade, my grandpa made a fortune cutting wood. But then my father lost it all. When my grandpa died, the blade of his saw broke and I kept a piece of it here, with all my things.
I can't get over it. Saint Crapeau's grandson in person.
Evil attracts evil. Everybody knows that. The blade must be acting like a magnet for the werewolves.
If that's what's attracting the beasts here, I'll give it to you. You could do with it what you like.
A piece of the legend.
A nice piece of scrap indeed. There's nothing to be done with that.
We'll melt it down, Joe, and forge it into a new axe.
Those crazy lumberjacks. Anyway, that was chapter 15. Thank you guys all for watching. As always, my name is Selyp, and I will see you again soon.